Coxie on with us. We have some more news, viewers. U.S. Vice President JD Vance is all set to visit India from the 21st of April till the 24th, accompanied by U.S. Second Lady Usha Vance and their children. The Vance's visit comes amidst global upheavals caused by U.S. President Donald Trump's tariff war, with the visit providing an opportunity to review the progress in bilateral relations. Vance will meet Prime Minister Modi on the 21st upon his arrival, before attending other engagements in Delhi. During his visit, JD Vance is majorly expected to discuss economic and geopolitical priorities with the Prime Minister, providing momentum to an early trade deal amidst negotiations with the United States. Remember, India and the US are looking at augmenting bilateral trade ties to $500 billion. The initial round of discussions for this concluded last month, and virtual sectoral discussions are expected to commence in the coming weeks. Priority areas include increasing market access, lower duties and non-tariff barriers, as well as deepen supply chains. With me on the broadcast, Mr. Ajay Dua and Mitali Nikore as well. Mr. Dua, of course, the fact that JD Vance is making this trip to India somewhere signals that the work on the trade deal and the talks regarding the tariffs have progressed to a position where India is now comfortable having JD Vance here. What really do you feel will be the outcome of this visit?
Thank you for having me, Devika. I think, as the purpose has been stated by the White House while announcing the visit of the Vice President, it said that it's to review what was agreed to on the 13th of February when President Trump and Mr. Modi had met in the White House. That the progress made on whatever had been agreed to at that time is high up on his agenda. And one specific item which has been highlighted is to launch the Indo-American technological partnership called the Trust. That was also announced on the 13th of February in the White House, that the launching of that would be one ceremonial function, which Mr. Vance will be attending, and probably Prime Minister Modi would also be there. The second is, of course, review of the economic and geopolitical issues. And in economic factors, as you said, nothing would be higher than reviewing the BTA, which again was mentioned in the month of February, say when the President or Trump was invited by Mr. Modi to visit India in September or October, when India is to host a summit meeting of the Quad members, the 4 Quad members, that during that time the BTA could be signed here. That probably might need to be hastened if Mr. Trump is going to pursue, after the 90-day pause which he granted on the 5th of April, after announcing it on the 2nd, or 3 or 4 days later, a pause was granted on the reciprocal tariffs, but he said it's a 90-day pause. That would end sometimes in July, April to July. So unless that's getting extended, and that issue might get discussed here, I think the importance of the visit, apart from the fact that Mrs. Usha Vance is an Indian origin person, but she's coming as the second lady, and they do have several official engagements, apart from taking their 3 small children to Agra and Jaipur. I think that's second on a tourism kind of visit. That President attaches importance to arriving at an greater understanding with India than the reciprocal tariffs of 26% have kind of given a different image. But as has been said by the previous 2 speakers, Mr. Andrew as well as Mr. Quinton, I think the President might be revisiting a lot of these reciprocal tariffs. He does realize that these can be a matter of strategy to negotiate, get people or countries to come and negotiate, and with China probably he succeeded by his threat of 10%, after that another 105%, making it 115, and now talking of 245%. Yes, the Chinese, I think, are very practical people. They have already said, we are willing to talk, but it is going to be on mutual respect. It's that we are not going to cave in. We might be a number two economy and way behind the Americans, but for them, the American market is extremely important, and so so are the resources of China important for the US and for the rest of the world. Let's not underplay that at all. Example is just the rare earths. Rare earths can stop a whole lot of tech, technological evolution, technological production, which is taking place around the world. And the Chinese do have a command over it. Let's not deny that. India might be number three or number four, but the difference between what our deposits are, how much we've commercially exploited, how much China has done is vast. So let's recognize where the strengths lie, and let's not sit on our kind of pride saying, because I'm demanding it, you have to come to
Okay.
come to me your knees. I think that's not going to get the world anywhere. Recessions would be round the world if we do not negotiate. I want to say so categorical. It's going to hurt the United States much more than even it will hurt China. China has been recording growth for the last 2 years. Let's not think of China, which was during the COVID or soon after that, when its economy had been hurt considerably. It has recovered. And its military strength, also particularly the naval strength, let's not underestimate it.
Okay.
Yes, it is going to hurt. I'll just take a second. It's going to hurt them that if the export of chips for use in AI of China is banned or prohibited. That's something which was attempted yesterday. And today, talking about shipping, that restrictions be imposed, severe restrictions on Chinese shipbuilding and Chinese use of the Chinese ships itself. Yes, it will hurt them, but it's not going to be fatally, China is not going to be fatally hurt. I would only say, let President Trump be pragmatic and say, yes, his message has been received that the US can hurt everybody, but with that signal having been sounded, thereafter it should be now level-headed negotiations on all sides, including with India.
Okay, I want to bring in Mitali Nikore. Mitali, I want to leave the last word with you. As far as this visit of the Vice President is